Hi, John Wells here. This is a very quick review on what you get if you purchase one of these. This is the Dexter 20 volt max. It's a battery powered drill with 2 batteries and a battery charger. And the reason I'm just doing this tiny little sort of review is on the box and what's in it. As you can see, really nice solid box. Standard little clips on the front. Let's open them up and have a look at what's inside. Now the reason for this, as I say, is because it was a early Christmas present off my wife, and I bought it from Leroy Merlin in Spain. When you go into the shop, you can have a look at the drills. They got them on display and you can quite obviously pick them up and try them out, which is quite cool. But I wanted to know what was in the box, and you can't find out what's in the box because the boxes are all sealed. So that's the whole reason behind this. So what do you get? You open the box, you get a drill, get a spare battery, you get the charging unit. You can get them out. On the top of the box here is the instruction manual with all the instructions. I mean, basically it's a drill, you point it, you use it. You know how to use a drill usually, otherwise you wouldn't have bought it. And here in the top is the little sort of attachment for the screws. You've got a crosshead fitting on one side and a flathead fitting on the other side. And let's quickly go through some of the things. The reason I bought this is mainly for lightweight jobs. It costs 110 euros, which is pretty cheap. And the reason I wanted it was because if you have a look here, it has a hammer action, which is probably quite good enough for the walls that I want to drill into. I wouldn't think it's any good for stone, but for general sort of brickwork, it'll be fine. Screwdriver setting, which is going to be extremely handy, and the standard drill setting as opposed to the hammer. Here on the top is a twin speed attachment, or switch rather, 2 speeds. Speed 1, which gives you a very slow speed, brilliant for putting screws in or out. And then the secondary one, which is going to be considerably faster. The other nice thing on here, when it's going forward, it's more of a gimmick than anything. You know if it's going forward or backwards, but depending on that's going forward, it lights up. If we put them in reverse, the other light will light up. Tell you it's in reverse. The battery pack on the bottom. Simply depress this sort of good solid, actually it's a really good solid fit in here. Depress the button, the battery comes adrift. Nice little touch here on the back. If you press this little button, it tells you the state of the battery, how much power is in it, which is nice. It's clicking back in. Here on the sides, it's got these little holders where I assume you'd put the screw attachment. So if you're working somewhere, I don't know, up a ladder or something, you don't have to keep running up and down for the attachment. Although you probably keep a couple in your pocket or have a proper sort of belt for putting tools and bits and pieces in. On the front it has a little light. So that's pretty handy, I suppose, but I don't plan on doing a whole lot of drilling or any work in the dark. I do most of my work where there's good light so I can see what I'm doing. Let's come back to the box. It's a really nice, I'm not sure what they call them. It's a nice, really nice molded plastic solid box. So that's one reason why I wanted that, rather than checking the drill in the back of the car. And then you get the charger. It's a nice looking charger. It's really cool. I'll plug it in and we'll show you what all these little sort of symbols are for. It's really simple and straightforward. Let's plug this into a power supply. And there we go. We can see we've got one light lit and one not. And basically we can see here it's got 3 or 4 settings, and it tells you the condition of the charge of the battery as and when it's in there. So if I was to take the spare battery, plug that in, and we'll see what that one says. Okay, so we've got nothing on this side, and we have a flashing light on this side. So just simply looking at the display panel here, you can see there's a little symbol here. I assume this white square means nothing. This is flashing, so I'm assuming it's about half full. I'm assuming that obviously if the red one's flashing and this one isn't, I'm assuming this is telling us that it's empty. If we've got this one not flashing and that's a steady green, totally full. Position it's in now, as we said, not flashing. Green one is flashing, half full. If they're both flashing, there's a little temperature icon there, so I'm going to guess it is too hot. So I assume that you unplug it immediately. And then here on the top, if nothing is working at all, it's telling you to plug it in. So basically it's as simple as that. Everything is a really good, solid, heavy weight, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a good product. It's absolutely brand new. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. Like I say, it was because I didn't know what was actually in the box. None of it seems flimsy. It seems to be very well made. It probably comes from China, but I'm not averse to buying stuff from China as long as they've done some kind of quality control. And I assume that whoever Leroy Merlin get their stuff from, ensure that there's quality control on all their products. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Excuse me for a moment. But basically, as I say, everything here seems to be really, really well made. It's solid. As I start using this over the next couple of weeks, I will possibly do a review and let you know if it is any good. So, anything about this video you enjoy, give me a thumbs up. You can even subscribe. This is my new channel called 5 Minute Reviews. I guess this has been around about the 5-minute mark. And as I say, as and when I use a bit of use it for some proper outdoor work, such as putting up shelves or something similar, I will do a review on that. Let's locking back up, and I just literally want to show you what's on the back. On the back is all the usual bump you get in various languages, telling you pretty much what's in the box, and there's specifications on it. It's a really good, solid, chunky, good plastic box. I'm sure it will take quite a hammering and protect what's inside. So that's my quick review on this one. Until my next review, bye for now.